Chosen ones, are we destined to be alone? You feel the heavy hush of your own heartbeat echoing in an empty room. You wonder if this sacred calling is secretly a sentence to lifelong solitude. Your chest tightens at the thought that no one else carries the same strange fire. But hope whispers that isolation is not your final chapter. Truth number 1. The silence is an invitation. When the world falls quiet around you, it is not punishing you. It is making room so you can finally hear the gentle music of your own soul. In that hush, the divine leans close and speaks in a voice softer than breath. Practical counsel. Each dawn, gift yourself 5 minutes of complete stillness. Sit by an open window. Let the morning air brush your cheeks and listen for that soft interior melody. Truth number 2. Your wiring is rare, not wrong. You feel different because you are different, crafted like a delicate instrument that plays notes others can't perceive. The loneliness bites hardest when you measure yourself by ordinary standards. Yet every visionary, healer, and light-bearer in history has carried a similar ache of misfit wonder. Practical counsel. Keep a rare gifts journal, jotting one unique strength each evening. Over time, you will build a visible testament that your unusual wiring is a blessing, not a blemish. Truth number 3. Solitude is a forge, not a prison. In the forge of solitude, raw metal becomes a luminous sword. Your quiet seasons shape perspective, patience, and spiritual stamina the crowd could never teach. Embrace the heat. It tempers you into someone capable of cutting through confusion and fear. Pause now, gentle soul, and breathe with me. Inhale slowly through the nose. Hold. Pause 3 sec. Exhale through parted lips, releasing the story that you are abandoned. Practical counsel. Schedule 1 weekly forge walk, a phone-free stroll where you name the qualities being refined in you this week. Truth number 4. Invisible allies walk beside you. Just because your eyes see no companions does not mean you travel alone. There are unseen souls praying for you, ancestors cheering for you, kindred spirits you haven't met yet steering toward your light. Every whisper of encouragement you receive online, every sudden burst of comfort is evidence that the universe conspires for your flourishing. Practical counsel. Before sleeping, place your hand on your heart and say aloud, I am surrounded by unseen allies. Guide me to meet them in perfect timing. Truth number 5. Connection is a mission, not a luxury. Your calling is not to retreat forever, but to carry a lantern back into the valley where others wander lost. The empathy carved by distance equips you to recognize silent pain in another's eyes. When you offer a word of warmth, you become living proof that the chosen ones were never meant to hoard light, but to share it. Practical counsel. Contact one person this week who seems isolated. Send a voice note, a short prayer, or a line that says, You crossed my heart today. Small sparks ignite wide skies. Beloved listener, may you feel the steady pulse of divine companionship surrounding your every breath. May the ache of isolation transform into the sweet thrum of purpose. And may your lantern shine so brightly that fellow travelers find courage to walk beside you. If this message reached your heart, tap the like button so others discover it too. Subscribe for weekly whispers of strength and insight. Comment below. I carry the light so our growing circle knows you've arrived. Together we prove that being chosen never means being alone. Stay a little longer, dear soul. Let this moment stretch like a soft dawn where nothing rushes you out of warmth. We have spoken of truths, but now we will live inside them for a while, breathe them, feel them, anchor them so deep they can outshine the loudest doubt. Lingering in truth number 1. The silence is an invitation. Imagine yourself stepping into a candle-lit chamber carved from quiet marble. The outside noise dissolves at the threshold. Only your pulse and the faint crackle of wax remain. Notice how every small sound, your breath, the gentle drift of fabric becomes music when amplified by hush. That is what your solitary seasons offer, a sacred hall where the divine composes a score using the softest notes of your being. Practical expansion. At sunrise tomorrow, place one hand on your chest, the other on your belly, and whisper, "Speak, I am listening." Count 3 heartbeats before any thought replies. Allow the stillness itself to finish the sentence. Lingering in truth number 2. Your wiring is rare, not wrong. Picture a violin crafted from moon silver wood. It cannot thunder like a drum or blaze like brass, yet one sweet stroke of its bow can melt stone walls of weariness. You are that moon silver instrument. The ache you feel around crowds is not weakness. It is simply the delicate tuning of spiritual strings designed for subtler symphonies. Practical expansion. Each night, write a brief moon note in your rare gifts journal. One small instance when your sensitivity saved the day, calmed a friend, or caught beauty others missed. Watch the pages fill with proof that your difference is indispensable. Lingering in truth number 3. Solitude is a forge, not a prison. Think of ancient smiths who plunged glowing iron into water, hiss rising like holy incense. That shock of heat meeting cold shapes metal into resilience. Your hours alone, your long walks, your wordless tears are the hiss and steam that temper your spirit. So later, when darkness presses in on someone else, you will slice through it with understanding. Close your eyes now. Let's breathe as sparks might dance around an anvil. Inhale through the nose, feel the warmth. Hold, pause 3 sec. Exhale and imagine silver scales flaking away, leaving polished strength beneath. Practical expansion. Mark one day on your calendar as a forge walk. Return to the same route each week and note a fresh quality being refined. Patience, courage, clarity. Over months, the path itself will become a living timeline of your transformation. Lingering in truth number 4. Invisible allies walk beside you. Recall a moment you nearly gave up, when suddenly a kind message popped onto your screen or a stranger smiled with uncanny tenderness. That was no accident. It was a nudge from the unseen network spanning generations, galaxies, and dreams. Some call them ancestors, angels, or simply love in motion. Names matter less than the felt embrace. Practical expansion. Write a letter to the unseen. Begin with, "To the one who believes in me," and pour out gratitude and requests. Fold it, tuck it under your pillow, and expect replies in symbols. Feathers, repeating numbers, lyrics that land exactly when needed. Lingering in truth number 5. Connection is a mission, not a luxury. Visualize a lone lantern at midnight on a hill. Its glow travels farther than you imagine. Moths, travelers, and weary hearts redirect their steps toward that steady shimmer. You too are positioned on a ridge of experience so your light can guide others through fog. Practical expansion. Create a lantern list of 5 names, people who hover on the edge of your life. Beside each name, schedule one tiny spark, a check-in text, a funny meme, a handmade prayer. Observe how even brief beams dispel vast darkness. Guided heart visualization. Sit comfortably, spine rising like a hopeful sapling. Imagine gentle threads of gold stretching from your chest, weaving outward until they meet other glowing strands across oceans, rooftops, and hospital wards. Sense a tapestry forming. No single thread bears the weight. Together they create unbreakable beauty. Whisper, I belong to this living fabric. Affirmations to etch in your breath. I am chosen, never condemned. My rarity is my remedy to the world's routine. I walk with unseen allies, and I will become an ally in return. Solitude refines me, connection completes me. Common questions, gentle answer. Do I have to renounce my tribe forever? No, beloved. Your tribe is enlarged, not erased. First you deepen alone, so that later you can deepen together. Why does the pain still sting if this path is holy? Because raw nerves are required to sense subtle suffering in others. The sting trains you to notice when someone else flinches. What if I fail? Failure is simply a doorway to better alignment. The calling doesn't disown you, it reroutes you with kindness, weaving the truths into daily rhythm. Morning, listen to the invitation of silence. Afternoon, celebrate one rare note of your wiring. Evening, walk the forge path and bless the sparks. Night, thank the invisible allies and check your lantern list. Repeat, refine, radiate. Quick breathing reset before we part. Place both hands over your heart as if cradling a fragile bird. Inhale. Feel its wings tremble with possibility. Hold. Pause 3 sec. Exhale, releasing any belief that you journey unloved. Beloved listener, I bless your feet with courage, your mind with calm, and your heart with unshakable belonging. May every empty room you enter fill with quiet music because you arrived. May every night sky remind you that even lone stars form constellations at a distance. If this extended message wrapped you in warmth, press like so, our invisible choir grows louder. Subscribe for future whispers of purpose. And in the comments write, "Lantern lit, I am here," so our community can welcome you by name. Together we turn isolation into illumination, proving once and for all that to be a chosen one is to carry home within us and to build new homes wherever our light touches.